So yesterday, German Chancellor Merz said that if there is a meeting between Zelensky and Putin, we would all prepare this meeting all together. Can you maybe give already some information about what that preparation might look like?
Thanks. First, allow me to say that in the past, President Putin had refused a meeting with President Zelensky. So, of course, we welcome that he has now changed his mind and has told President Trump that he would be willing to participate to such a meeting. At this stage, we cannot have, we don't have specific information on the formats or timings of this meeting. Of course, from our side, we will continue to work, as we have been doing so far, with our European partners, with President Zelensky and President Trump, to prepare it in the best way possible. You can really see that there's constant interactions between all these leaders, be it at technical level, at all stages, and be it at leaders level as well. The meetings of yesterday were a part of a very long process that had led to them. It was prepared in weeks of discussions, also among leaders. We had many calls of the coalition of the willing, as well as with President Zelensky and contacts with President Trump and his administration. So I cannot share a specific format in which these preparations will happen, but of course we will continue to work very, very closely with our partners. Our objective is to make all possible efforts that can bring to meaningful negotiations for a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. We have not spared any effort so far in doing so, and we will continue with this approach also in the future, of course. Go ahead.
On possible locations for this trilateral?
No, as I said, the details of it are yet to be agreed, so we will have to be waiting for those.
Going into the same direction, President Macron said he can imagine Geneva as a place for this meeting. Would you welcome Geneva for this meeting?
Look, it's really not for us to welcome locations for the meeting. I think what matters for us is that the meeting takes place as an important step in a process that can lead to a just a lasting peace. And this is why I was welcoming the fact that President Putin has changed his mind on this. And then it will be for the parties to agree on a location that they consider adequate for this meeting.
You mentioned that there are going to be future discussions and continued discussions about the security guarantees. I wonder, do you expect that time frame to look like coming days or coming weeks? How quickly will those conversations happen? And I wonder if there are any, at a leader's level, if there are any conversations planned between the Americans and the Europeans when it comes to those security guarantees.
Thanks. I think that from our side there is the intention to work as quickly as possible on any agreement that can bring just and lasting peace for Ukraine. So as I was saying, I believe that technical works will continue in the coming days and weeks on the key topic of security guarantees. We don't have a specific time frame on it. Exchanges will continue at technical level. Leaders level, I don't have a meeting to announce yet with the US administration. Among European partners, you see that just now, as we speak, the coalition of the willing is meeting also with the international partners, and this will be followed by a UCO with all European countries prepared to do their part in this topic. Then we will have to also see how negotiations progress. So, of course, this is all preparatory work that will become of even greater relevance once this bilateral meeting takes place. On Sunday, following the bilateral with President Zelensky, she has participated to a call of the Coalition of the Willing. This was followed yesterday in Washington by a preparatory meeting with European leaders and President Zelensky, and then with a meeting, as you all know, with EU leaders Zelensky and President Trump. One of the messages that we were saying that they have discussed is strong security guarantees that have to focus first and foremost on strengthening the Ukrainian army. The President has been very clear on this also in her remarks on Sunday at the press conference she has had with President Zelensky. Also, the President has welcomed the commitment by the United States to participate to these security guarantees. The President has mentioned herself on Sunday the fact that it could be an Article 5-like security guarantees that we will be looking into, and she has also confirmed that the EU is, of course, already contributing to this, also by continuing to strengthen the Ukrainian armed forces and at the same time strengthening European defence. At this stage, we don't have specific messages on what these security guarantees would look like. What I can say is that the teams will continue to work on the details of these security guarantees also in the coming weeks. This includes teams from the United States, from the European countries that were represented at the meeting, and of course also with Commission representatives, and then we will have to take it from there.